Good morning, children. Today we are going to see about how the metals reacts with air. Here you can see when iron got reacts with oxygen and the presence of moisture, it become iron oxide or rusted iron. Generally we see that. So general reaction for metals when react with oxygen they form metal oxide. Magnesium when reacts with oxygen it gives magnesium oxide. Similarly, this magnesium oxide when dissolved in water, it gives magnesium hydroxide which is a base. You can see that nearby homes the copper vessels tarnished. So the copper also gets oxidized and gets rusted. Copper hydroxide it forms. So iron becomes rust, copper also becomes rust. Now we'll see how do the metals reacts with water. Do metals reacts with water? Yes, metals reacts with water. Let us see this experiment. Take sodium and drop in water. You will find that sodium reacts with water. Na plus H2O gives rise to NaOH twice. But as it reacts with water, sodium has to be preserved in kerosene in order to preserve the sodium. Sodium is very reactive metal. Now let us do activity. Take a beaker, fill half of the beaker with water, take sodium, wrap it in a cotton and drop that sodium which is wrapped in cotton in beaker. You will find that the reaction starts vigorously and you'll observe the hydrogen bubbles coming out from that. And even after some time you'll find that sodium starts burning very fast and vigorous reactor. Like sodium, potassium also reacts very fast. Now, if you dip the litmus paper, such as red litmus paper, that red litmus paper turns to blue. It means the sodium hydroxide solution is basic in nature. Generally, the metallic oxides are basic in nature. Now, you can see that I am cleaning the metal with the acid, citric acid. So, metals reacts with acids and liberate hydrogen gas. We know that lemon consists of citric acid. With lemon, if I wash, that metal reacts with lemon, and that can be cleaned, and we can have the clean metals. Metals reacts with acids and liberates hydrogen gas. Already we have seen lemon consists of citric acid because of reactions the metal salts are present on the surface of the tab. Those can be removed with the help of lemon, means with help of citric acid. Now let us do this simple activity to check whether the metals reacts with acids or not. I have taken four metals: magnesium, iron, aluminium and copper. Now I dropped in acids A, B, C, D, all consists of hydrogen chloride or sulfuric acid. I am checking that what happens, whether they react very fast or slow. Let me see that what happens. So I started heating, well, because the reaction is very slow. In every of the beaker you will observe that hydrogen gas is released. It means when metals reacts with acids they liberate hydrogen gas. You can check the hydrogen gas. Bring a burning matchstick, it will puts off with pop sound, burns with pop sound. So now we are going to check the reactivity of metals. Means we have seen all the metals are not reacting in the same manner. Some metals reacts very fast, some very slow. Let us say one experiment. I have taken 5 ml of water, NaOH solution, base. Now aluminum foil I dropped in it. Now also hydrogen gas is released. I brought the burning matchstick. Did you see that? It burns off with the pop sound. So hydrogen gas is released even in base also. So when metals reacts with the bases, then also they gives the hydrogen gas. Now I have taken some solutions, copper sulfate solution, and I added zinc in first and iron fillings in next. Now I have taken zinc sulfate solution, added copper in one and iron fillings in another one. And the last one I have taken iron sulfate. In that I have dropped copper. Now we are going to see what type of reaction occurs. In the first and second we have seen copper sulfate. And you can see that copper sulfate reacts with metals and displaces the copper. So you can see that not all metals are displacing in the same manner. Some reactions are occurring because the high reactive metals can displace the low reactive metals. High reactive metals can displace the low reactive metals. Now you can see that sulfur non-metals also reacts with oxygen and forms sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is an acidic in nature. So I am burning the sulfur, it is producing the sulfur dioxide gas, and the sulfur dioxide dissolved in water, it produces an acid, sulfurous acid. Now I checked whether it is an acid or base. Litmus test I have done, then I came to know that that one is acidic because blue litmus paper has turned red. So non-metallic oxides generally acidic in nature. Non-metallic oxides generally acidic in nature. So far we have seen that metals and non-metals both react with oxygen, forms the respective oxides. These metallic oxides are basic in nature, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So non-metallic oxides we can find in atmosphere, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, so many. So when we do the litmus test, we can easily find that litmus means blue litmus turns to red in color. Okay. Now let us see this activity. The non-metals I have taken, and such as phosphorus. This phosphorus is very reactive in the air. That's why it is better to preserve the phosphorus in the water. Now do you know the answer? Why the phosphorus has to be preserved in water? Because phosphorus is very reactive in air, so we need to preserve in water. Now let us see the sulfur, and I have added sulfur HCl and this one. I observed that no change occurred. Okay, so what we have come to know that non-metals reacts with even acids only, but not with bases. Sorry, non-metals reacts with acids as well as bases. Chlorine reacts with base NaOH, it gives NaClO. Thank you children for watching this video.